What's up, YouTube? Timmons here. Now, one horror film that is set for release this year is the new Fear Street movie, Fear Street Prom Queen, which is, of course, the latest installment of the Fear Street franchise, if you will. Which the first three, of course, they did something really interesting with the first, Fear Street. Like when they, of course, it kind of released around the time when like the pandemic was happening and whatever. And they actually released each film of the Fear Street movies on Netflix like a week apart. Well, now even though Prom Queen, which doesn't have a release date yet, but looks like Stine seems to be working on pretty much more Fear Street movies after Prom Queen. Now speaking of course with the Hollywood horror, Stein has confirmed that the writers are working, referring to the three new movies. So we got our fingers crossed. The Hollywood Reporter reminds us that the Fear Street series of YA horror novels, first released in 1989 and sold over 80 million copies, has more than 100 spin-off series entries. There's plenty of material to keep the Fear Street cinematic series going on for a long time. Speaking with on the upcoming Goosebumps Vanishing premiering next week, which I'm actually looking forward to see that. He shares the difference between his two iconic series. Yeah, one is for the families, and the other one I wouldn't say much for the youngsters. But anyway, the thing about Goosebumps is that no one ever dies. That's obviously one thing. That's the difference between Goosebumps and Fear Street, where we kill off teenagers right and left. We kill them. Oh, everyone loves it when you take out teenagers. So I mean, come on. That's the reason why Friday the 13th is always popular. Scream and all. Just love seeing teenagers gain the axe. You know. Now, as for the Fear Street books here, obviously we had 1984 and all. Some of the other Fear Street adaptations here includes The New Girl, The Surprise Party, The Overnight, The Wrong Number, The Sleepwalker, Halloween Party, Ski Weekend. I mean, there's tons of stuff to choose from here. Granted, I'm not gonna pretend I've ever read it. I've ever read the Fear Street books, but you know what? If these Fear Street movies are as good as, let's say, the first three adaptations, and hopefully Prom Queen is good, we're in for a treat. This could easily become one of the best new horror horror franchises there. So again, I don't know which one he's that they're looking to adapt after Prom Queen. But hey, I'm pretty sure Prom Queen's gonna do well. I mean, if it was like, let's say, a theatrical release, and he was planning to do stuff despite the first film not coming out, he'll be like, yeah, hold your slow horses there. But it's Netflix; it'll most likely do pretty well with streaming, but we'll see. Anyway, let me let you guys. What are your thoughts on R.L. Stine already working on three other Fear Street movies after Prom Queen? Have you ever read the Fear Street books? Which of the Fear Street books you think he should adapt? After Prom Queen, but bonus question: what do you actually prefer? Do you prefer the Goosebumps books or do you prefer the Fear Street books? And are there any other R.L. Stein properties you'd love to see get adapted someday? Drop comments below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that bell for notification. This is Timmy.